In this video, I am going to talk about how to work out without being motivated. This video is going to talk mindset and strategy. So at the end, I'm going to get into the do this, do this, do this strategy. But I think most people have the strategy down packed, right? They have down pat. They have their gym membership. They have the tennis shoes and the workout gear. So they have some of what they need to do. They just are lacking the motivation, which is mindset. So that's what I'm going to talk about first. And once you have the mindset, once you have the awareness and the understanding of kind of what's been stopping you in the past, then you're ready for this strategy and you can go hard starting tomorrow. So this video is going to be very, very helpful for you. So first, let me talk about your brain. There's another video that I have in my on my YouTube channel that talks about your brain and weight loss. It will help you also with this. If you really listen to that video, I really dive deep on the brain. And so what it is if you think about early man and how our brains were designed to keep us alive. So if you think about us early tribal days, man running around in loincloths, we had a very primitive brain. It wasn't as developed and evolved as it is today, but that primitive part of our brain, it helped us survive by helping us conserve energy. So we could run away from a tiger, run away from a lion, all those things. So even though we have evolved, we have another prefrontal cortex that's so much more evolved, and we can make decisions and analyze things and create goals and all of these things, we still have that primitive part of our brain that's right back here in the back of our head. And that primitive part of our brain is running the show. It's running the show whenever we make a plan and we don't follow through. It's because we are listening to our primitive brain. So here's what happens. I'm going to give you an example. So you say, okay, you know what, God, I really want to get stronger. I really want to get healthier. Tomorrow is Monday. I'm going to start going to the gym. And then in the moment, you're like, you know what? Today's not a good day. It's raining outside, and I didn't sleep very well, and I think I'm getting ready to start my period, or a slew of different thoughts come in, and then you don't go to the gym because honestly, you don't feel motivated. So there is a thought error out there amongst a lot of people in society that those of us who are more consistent, that we just have like an extra motivation chromosome or a motivation gene in our body, that we just like love going to the gym, and it's just how we are. And sometimes maybe you're thinking it's just not who I am. And here's what I want to tell you from someone who goes to the gym. I do love going to the gym now because I see the results and I'm in a good stride and I'm consistent. But there are many days, in fact, most days, where in the moment, I don't want to go. And in the moment, I'm having those thoughts of like, you didn't sleep that great. You know what? You should just get working earlier. You can work out later. You know what? You're a little bit sore from yesterday. You should take the day off. My primitive brain is going just like yours. I don't wake up in the morning and go, I feel so great. Let's get to the gym. I think to myself, all right, Courtney, here we go. This is just who we are now, which is a beautiful place to be, right? So here's what it is your self-concept is different from mine at this point. My self-concept is this is just who we are. We don't really feel motivated, but we go to the gym anyways, and we're always glad we did. You probably have a self-concept. If you've been wanting to go to the gym and you haven't been feeling motivated and you kind of are in this cycle of starting and stopping, and maybe you'll go for 2 days, but then you fall off again, and a holiday comes and then you fall off again, and it's this starting, stopping. You probably have a self-concept that's like, we are not consistent. We are not motivated. So that's the problem. When we create habits over and over and over again, it really reinforces a self-concept that's not helping us. What I want for you to do is to start getting to the point where you don't feel motivated. You get yourself to the gym anyways, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, it's been 3 weeks and I'm getting really good most of the time at getting up and getting out. And then I'm so happy afterwards, and I'm feeling stronger and I'm feeling better in my body. And then your self-concept starts to change. Then you start going, wow, I have a lot of evidence that I'm changing. And that will propel you to do it even more. And so for me, back to me again, it's not that I have more motivation. It's that I have, I guess, more discipline and more awareness that I have a brain that is always going to give me obstacles, always going to give me excuses. And the excuses will change. Right now, it's 100 degrees out. So my primitive brain, if I was supposed to go for a walk right now, my primitive brain would say, oh, no, you don't want to go for a walk. It's too hot outside. Then again, if it was December and it was raining, my brain would say, you can't go for a walk or a run in the rain. Both of those are just not true. So I have an awareness of my primitive brain, and it helps me understand I don't have to be motivated. I just need to be disciplined to talk back to it. And so let me now give you the strategy of how to do that. So the first thing you want to do to start working out when you're not motivated, identify what your primitive brain is going to say to you for that day. So yesterday, I did not sleep well. Right when I woke up in the morning, I said, we're supposed to work out at 10 a.m. You know what your primitive brain is going to say. Your primitive brain is going to say, you didn't sleep well. You probably should just rest. You're exhausted. And I knew that I still wanted to work out. And so then at 10 o'clock a.m., when all of a sudden my brain started saying that, I'm like, oh, of course. And so that's what I want you to say to your primitive brain. I want you to identify what your primitive brain is going to say to you. And then I want you to say, of course, we knew this was coming. That's not really me. That's my primitive brain. And then can you immediately get yourself to take action? When we start going, I don't know, maybe, that's what we don't want to do. We want to immediately go, let's start walking in the direction. So start walking in the direction of your bedroom if you're going to get dressed. Start walking in the direction to grab your water bottle. Immediately start physically taking action, even though there's a part of you that's telling you all the excuses. Your primitive brain is giving you all the excuses. And so here's some of the biggest excuses for me. I didn't sleep well, right? So today's not a good day. I have clients that say a lot of times, well, you know what? I walked the dog. That's enough. Unless you have a big, powerful dog that walks fast and is almost like, most dogs, especially those little Shih Tzus. My sister has 2 little Shih Tzus. And I have clients that say, well, I walk the dogs. I'm like, what kind of dog do you have? And if they have Shih Tzus, I'm all, that's not exercise. So like, what is your primitive brain saying to you? Identify it before, so then when it comes, you're not surprised. Okay, another one I hear from a lot of my clients is they say that their brain says, oh, it's a busy time at the gym. You don't want to go to the gym now. It's going to be packed. I've been to the gym many times when it's packed. It's not quite as fun, but I still get my workout in. Okay, so then what time of day is best for you? For me, morning is the best. Later in the day, a little bit harder for me. So I try to schedule my mornings so I get my workouts in. I block my calendar out so my clients can't schedule with me first thing in the morning. I wait and have them schedule after 8 o'clock so I can wake up and go to the gym. What time is best for you? We want you to make this as easy as possible for you to get this done. And then I want you to set your alarm. If you are getting up in the morning, set your alarm. And actually, if you have your alarm like me on your phone, put it away from you so you actually have to get out of bed. If you're setting it for in the middle of the day, set your alarm like, hey, gym in 30 minutes. And then all of a sudden, your brain's going to start making excuses. You're going to say, of course, and you're going to move into your bedroom to get your workout gear or get your water bottle ready. Lay out your water bottle and clothes the night before, even if you're going to work out later in the day. And even if you're like me and I know where my clothes are right now, I know where my workout clothes are in my bedroom, but still there's something about actually getting them out of the drawer, making a decision what you're going to wear and putting it on the counter or on the bathroom counter or on the floor outside your bedroom, whatever works for you. It is amazing how many times my favorite gym clothes are in the hamper and they're not available to me. And my primitive brain's like, oh, you know what? You should just wait till later. And it's almost kind of like, I don't like these pants. I don't like these gym pants. That's an excuse. Any excuse my primitive brain grabs onto. So if you lay out your clothes in advance, you're taking away decisions. And so that's what we don't want. We don't want you going, okay, it's time to work out. Should I do it now or should I do it later? Is there a class right now? Let me check the schedule. Let me go get my clothes. Oh no, I don't. Where are my shoes? There's too many decisions, too many potential obstacles. And so then when your brain, again, notices, when your brain says something, I want you to notice and say, of course. Then when you actually get to the gym, start celebrating yourself, or get out on that walk, wherever your workout is, start celebrating yourself right away. And what this looks like is you saying, I'm really glad I'm doing this. I'm going to be really glad afterwards. And then afterwards, celebrate yourself. We tend to negate when we do something like that. Our brain's like, yeah, well, it was just one day. Let's see what happens tomorrow. But I want you to go, I'm doing it. I'm becoming a woman who works out when I'm not motivated. This is big. I want you to be your own cheerleader because you might not get, no one else really might care in your life. Oh, you went to the gym, good for you. But to you, you know it's a big deal. So I want you to celebrate yourself. I've never in my life gone to the gym or for a walk or a run and had any kind of movement and been sad afterwards. I'm always so glad I did it. And the funny thing is too, I tell my clients this is when it comes to eating or drinking, you never lay your head on the pillow and say, I wish I would have had another margarita, or I wish I would have had a second helping. No, 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 no. We are always so glad when we are living in a way that we know is true and authentic to us and is pointing us in the direction of the woman we want to become. So, the one other last little PS I'm going to give you is some people, I've heard many times, suggest getting a partner for accountability, and I disagree. And here's why. I want you to become the woman that not only doesn't need motivation, you don't need someone else bringing you along. If you asked your girlfriend Susie to go to the gym with you and Susie has a bad day and she can't get herself to the gym, then you're relying on her. I want you relying on you. If you want to hire a coach, if you want to join my program and you want to learn how to do this, that's great. That's accountability because I'm teaching you how to do it. But to ask your husband or your best friend or someone else to be your accountability partner, unless they are an amazing athlete and they are really good at this work, then you're going to be relying on them. And I want you to rely on you. I hope this video was powerful for you.